think about education, what's the first thing that comes to mind? For many of us, it's grades, the letters and numbers that are often seen as the ultimate measure of our success in school. From a very young age, we're taught to focus on getting good grades because they're considered the gateway to a bright future. But today, I want to explore a different side of education. I want to speak about what education truly means beyond just grades. I chose this topic, the role of education beyond grades, because it hits close to home for me. My entire school life has been built around the idea that grades mean everything. I spent years studying, working hard, and striving for the best grades to meet the expectations of my teachers, parents, and even myself. But in 2022, things didn't go as planned. My grades didn't meet my parents' expectations, and they were disappointed so much so that as a punishment, they decided that I should drop out of school. Imagine that everything that I had worked for, everything that I was taught to value, seemed to disappear because of a few numbers on a report card. For nearly 2 years, I wasn't in school, but during that time, I started to reflect on what education truly means. And now, after being given a second chance to come back to school, I'm here speaking to you about this very topic. First, let me be clear. Grades are important. They help measure our understanding of a subject and can open doors to future opportunities like college admissions and also scholarships. But if we focus only on grades, we miss out on the bigger picture. Education is about so much more than just the letters and numbers on your report card. It's about learning, growing, and becoming the best versions of ourselves. Education teaches us critical thinking. It's not just about memorizing facts for an exam. It's about learning how to question, how to analyze, and how to apply our knowledge into real-life situations. In the world we live in today, being able to think critically is more important than ever. We are constantly bombarded with information, some of it true, some of it false. Knowing how to discern fact from fiction and knowing how to make informed decisions is one of the most valuable skills a person can learn, both in school and in life. Another key aspect of education is that it fosters creativity and innovation. If we think about some of the greatest minds in history, Albert Einstein, Steve Jobs, and even contemporary innovators like Elon Musk, they didn't get where they are by following the rules and only focusing on grades. They used their creative minds to think outside the box, to question the status quo, and to come up with groundbreaking ideas. Education gives us the freedom to explore new ideas, take risks, and even fail, because in failure, we often find our greatest opportunities for growth. Speaking of failure, my own experience taught me an important lesson. When my grades didn't meet expectations in 2022, I felt like an absolute failure. But looking back, I realized that this setback was an opportunity for me to reflect and learn. One of the most valuable things I learned during my time away from school is that education teaches us social and emotional intelligence. In school, we're not just learning math and history. We're learning how to work with others, how to communicate, and how to manage our emotions. Group projects, debates, sports, and extracurricular activities all play a huge role in shaping who we are. These experiences teach us empathy, leadership, and the willingness to keep moving forward. I realized that education helps us understand the world and our place in it. We learn about different topics like social justice, economic inequality, and these experiences help us wonder how we can contribute to making the world a better place. But perhaps the most important thing I learned during my time away from school is that education fuels curiosity and is a lifelong journey. We often think that learning stops the second we step out of the classroom, but the truth is that education is a lifelong journey. Whether it's picking up a new skill, learning a new hobby, or even staying informed about the world around us, like knowing what's going on in Palestine at the moment. The desire to learn is something that stays with us forever. It's what keeps us growing, evolving, and finding a purpose in life. But before I finish, I'd like a moment to thank my parents, who have been my biggest supporters through it all. Even though they're not here to watch me speak today, their presence is felt in every word I say. My dad has always believed in me, even when my journey took an unexpected turn in 2022. He saw my potential and decided to give me another chance to prove myself. And to my mom, who finds joy in even my smallest accomplishments, thank you for celebrating every growth and my step. Your constant love, support, and belief in me has been the greatest thing and my greatest motivation of all times. Thank you.